Okay, if you put 50 pip handles up on the chart and put, this is a 1 hour chart, and if you put the, show the day separations. So I drew lines here at 45 degree angle on the chart, which is to give me the pace of increase and decline of this currency pair. This is euro dollar, and so anywhere on here I can draw at that 45 degree angle. I'm going to try to copy this line out. So if you hit the control key and then click on the object, you can create a copy, so you don't have to keep trying to find that 45 degree rollover. But this seems like a nice simple way to trade, because I don't have to worry about, now I can do it with the equidistant too. Just find the 45 degree angle. This is 50 pips per day rate angle. I guess this line's a little sloppy. Get rid of that. It's not quite right. And then if you hit the control key, now click on this object, and now you have a copy of that, so you don't have to keep redrawing that. But see this 45 degree angle rollover. Now this is the, so this kind of clearly defines, I was trying to find something on the internet that I actually saw a guy years ago. He had this thing called PyroPoint, and it actually would just do this for you. It would draw this whole grid for you. So, but anywhere you could find a clean place in the chart, you could just immediately create this 45 degree angle. You see intersecting at 50 pips per day. Now if I change the pace of this to 100 pips a day, it's going to be a different kind of grid. But this is really a grid that this holiday screwed me up here. This Sunday night on this chart, it's messing up the grid really. Let me start over on this nonsense. Let me just I gotta put the refresh this. The market's closed. Gotta refresh it to recapture the here. Let me just key it here. So I'm gonna key this at yeah, it's kind of stupid how simple this really is. So here's 45 pips a day, and now let me just make some multiple copies of that, because I don't have the I don't know, I guess I could set up a grid, GAN grid thing for this, but I haven't done that yet, so I just hit the control key and click on that. So this is a pace that of course, now if I stretch this out, now we start to get some but at least I've still got this keyed to 50 pips a day, so I know that's true. If I only make copies of this, I can change the perspective, at least for me, to make it tradable, and then I have to find the downdraft pace, which is clipping along like this. Okay, now let me hit the control key, click this, drag this. Okay, now this is giving me a nice rollover. So yeah, extrapolate these into the future like this. Copy them up, stack them out here, and then you set your trade plan for the rest of the week. Now the Ikamushu traders make money because they've got a cloud out here, but I'm putting a grid out here, so I don't have to key it off of the, but just to keep it, you know, this one didn't quite intersect there. I kind of just put it to the last node and swing low. But then you're only keeping the argument, up and down argument, into this box. You're not, in other words, you can see that this is a nice buy down here. This is a nice buy down here, but it would be anyways. But at 45, I mean, your goal is to make 50 pips a day or 100 pips a day. 50 pips a day, I think, is not too bad. Not like this explosion out of this quiet zone here. This is a breakout trader's dream right in here. Okay, now that's out of the way. Let me just do a little bit of what it would be like to trade this damn thing. Now, from the standpoint of the breakout traders, I guess patience is a virtue there, like it is in anything. Okay, let me Okay. So right here, you know, you got the stop. You're waiting for this breakout. Now this day you probably wouldn't expect it, right? Because it's kind of come down here and do this thing down here, right? Create this little channel down here. Now it comes up here, and maybe you got filled here because you had a breakout, you know, in here. But now you're long. You put your stop here, and you're good to go. Of course, now you've got to wait another day. And of course, it did a nice breakout there. Comes back, you know, breakout. Then finally it does break up, and this is 4 days of just agony. If you're like, yeah, this thing's going up, I just know it's going up, and maybe when it came down here, you got scared, or you got to stop in here. It was 20 pips, or 10 pips, or 15. You got stopped out. You're like, damn. But it's forming this nice triangle here, right? So you got this nice triangle here for the guys. I'm not going to change anything, like zoom out, but just keep it like this. And then, of course, you got the guys here with this trend line. Let's see if it's, you know, the trend line that you could draw here, right? Because it's not sticking to my 45 angle thing, but that's all right. I mean, let's really put a trend line in there. This is the goofiest, using a trackball to draw that. But the and you got this. It's to find support at this 50 handle. Of course, the spike up here, right? Well, yeah, that was definitely the. All this you had. Now your trading style has to be a little more dynamic. I mean, if you rode this up 50 pips and you cashed out, you just made 50 pips and you had maybe a 50 pip stop, or you made 100 pips, you got up to here, you had your stop here, you trailed your stop. Here's a 1 hour chart, you know, you trailed your stop, you got stopped out here, you still made 50 pips, right? But yeah, I mean, that's why you really want to get out of some of the scale out, take partial profits on this spike-ola. And then if you had the flexibility and mindset to actually have sells here saying, yeah, I know we're going to come up there, and then we're going to, if this fails, then I prepared in my playbook to run it the other way. So you have real tough, real tough. I mean, especially if your opinion and your bias is the whole time been, yeah, this thing's going to, I'm not going to go to a larger time frame, but you can only imagine here is, this area here is like, hasn't been seen in maybe 6 months or 6 years or 6 centuries. Who knows? I mean, Forex is just, if they keep trading Forex, you know. But there's a big void in nature, abhors a vacuum, so that we fill that hole. Then we come down into, we have to go after these support areas here. So once you took out this, even if you had a sell stop there, you get filled. Now you gotta put your stop there. You run a trailing stop. That was a great trade. In fact, it was a 2-day trend. I mean, if you can think of a trend lasting 2 days, it's kind of bizarre, really, isn't it? And then you usually think of trends of like, yeah, what's the trend? Well, actually, for the euro, it's up. Believe it or not, these are corrections. And I bought into this on Friday, this new low here, because I figured just coming down and stopping these people out. But definitely a buyer here. I'm going to buy on pendings here, and I would buy at the market here, not too much though. And another cure for over trading would be to, if you just set your trigger at the smallest position that the broker lets you trade, and just pull the trigger here on the smallest ticket allowable. You can set up like a one-click trading in here. So, and then have orders here that are maybe the same size or bigger, all the way to this level here. So you can see this. Just going to manually paint that in. Let's complete the grid in here, and then well, this is a transverse index grid, so to speak, I guess, right? So you're really looking at the this crossover here. Now this is not at a 45-degree pace, but I'll just, to contrast this against here, let me turn off this ridiculous tool here. this here would be the, of course this is not at a 45-degree angle, but that's the crossover that the market's creating. That's the pace the market's choosing to run at. Of course, in your mind, you know, at 50 pips a day, you have a, you know, how you want to make a living, right? I mean, you want to make money doing this stuff. And the fact that in the big picture the market may be doing something else doesn't matter, because these 50, 100 pip moves here, they really add up. If you think of this 50 pip garbage here, now I'm going to stretch this out. Well, look at this nonsense in here, where it's just literally bouncing around here, treading water. Now, for the trend traders, this is punishment. For the range traders, this is glorious. And 80% of the time, the market's doing that. Only 20% of the time does this happen. And when this happens, people's, you know, they either lost a bunch of money, which means they knew that they could have made a bunch of money on that, or they made a bunch of money on that. And now they think, oh, this is easy. I'm going to do that trade again. But those trades don't come up very often. Like 80% of the time. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 1 day up. I don't know what was this 5 to 1. That's was it 80%? I don't know. My math is just the worst in the world. But I'm a visual trader, and for me to trade this market, I need to think about getting out in front of it, buying down here at this 50 pip handle, and playing this, playing it, coming back to fair value, which looks like this is the fair price, is $1.36 on the euro. This is the trading range. This is when people are saying, okay, give me some of that, get rid of some of that. This is the true pivot, because it spent so much time there. You know, Fibonacci be damned. This is the price, $1.36. So now, if you ask me on the street how much is the, and people ask me, well, you trade Forex, how much is the euro? And I could not tell you. I can never tell you. I just look at the market structure. I don't even know what's trading at 136. I'm like, they go, oh, so you trade for currency for a living, do you? You don't even know. Look at this guy, doesn't know what the euro. I don't know what it's going at. 136. In fact, think about it. I could care less. All I care of is that I just made 100 pips in one direction or the other. Why would I care what the euro is going for and what they're saying in the news? It's retarded to trade like that. There, I said it. It's retarded. And retarded is, you know, just like little people. It's a totally valid term. But when you put the 45 pip, 45 degree angle, giving you 50 pips a day on there, and okay, let me just, I'm going to zoom out and try to create the same structure here. Okay, now I'm zoomed out, still in a 1 hour chart, you know. Now I'll try to do 50 pips a day here, but this is gonna look like a 40. This is gonna look like a diamond here. This should look like a diamond, and yeah. So there you are, right? Now look at the same garbage here. Now this is 100 pips of nonsense, big explosion. Then 80% of nonsense, big move. 80% nonsense, big move. Little. This is definitely the triangle trader's dream up here. For sure, right? I mean, this is like, wow, woof, gravy, right? And then spills out of there, and here's the supposed stop hunt. But really, is that really a stop hunt, or is that just taking out all these supports in here? You had one here, and you have one there, and maybe if they go after those, well, yeah, you want your orders down there, right? So you want to be buying down there. And here's that. Let me just do some quick and dirty. Here, I got like 30 seconds left here. Okay, so yeah, I mean, don't rule out the fact you could come down here. So you want to put all your buy orders down there, right? If you're trading that style, and then but yeah, this is going to be great, easy scalping in here next week if we probe down in there. And of course, for this thing to climb out of this, yeah, I'm a little bit of consolidation here just below this right there.